నమో నమః. అందరికీ నమస్కారములు. Today is the third day of our classes on Mahabharatam by Dr. Nagaraja garu. I will start the session with Prarthana and hand over the webinar to him. Shuklambardaram Vishnu Sashivarnam Chaturbhujam Pratannavadhanam Dhyayet Sarva Vighnopashantaye Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir Bhavatame Sada. Hari Om. Okay, let us request Dr. Nagaraja garu to start the webinar, please.
Shuklambardaram Vishnum Sasivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasannavadhanam Dhyaye Sarva Vighnopashantaye Sadasiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudirayet. For the last 2 days, good evening everybody. The last 2 days, so today is the third day. We have been discussing some aspects of Mahabharata. The first day, I was giving a brief introduction as to why we should read Mahabharata. Because it is an epic, because the epic Mahabharata war took place around 5,000 years back. Is it relevant for today's life or not? That we discussed elaborately in the first lecture. Second lecture, I have given out a dilemma. A dilemma means a difficult decision-making process. Sometimes there will be some difficult occasions will be coming up, wherein how to take a decision, ethical decision. That was a point of discussion for yesterday. Today, I will be discussing one more angle. That is called one more aspect of Mahabharata. Wherein Mahabharata, actually I told in the first lecture itself that it is a book which gives out the essence of Vedas, the essence of Puranas and all these things. So here that is why we can't read Vedas anyway, because anyway we have to agree that we can't read Vedas because of the difficulty in understanding the Vedas. Because of this reason, Vedavyasa has given out this Mahabharata book in order to spread the message of Vedas to the common people in their own understanding way. That is how the book has come to us. So it's a very big voluminous book, of course. So therein different aspects of life are discussed very practically. That the discussions will be there. We have to understand, we have to read the book, we have to read each and every story. Each and every story is a case study for understanding some big subject matter. So here also one case study type I will be discussing today. Because already 7 o'clock, another 20 minutes I would like to complete it. Because the big one, of course, I will be reducing the entire thing into a small nutshell way. I will be telling a story type. Story means don't think that it is a story, think that it is a case study. So then we will be understanding what exactly the message of Mahabharata is there for the future generations of the people. Here, maybe some people may be knowing the story or may not be knowing this case study. The story goes like this. And everybody knows, of course, that because nowadays many people are not reading Mahabharata. At least people know that from the way they see the TVs and the way they see the cinemas and all these things. They know, everybody know that the Pandavas and Kauravas, they played their game of dice. The game of dice, Pandavas were defeated in a deceitful fashion. They were actually, their entire kingdom was taken away by Duryodhana, and they were sent to forests. The condition was that they have to be in the forest for 12 years and 1 year as Agnatavas, incognito, what we can call. They have to be, they should not be known to any other person. They should be there like that. So, and if it is they are found out, again they have to go back another 12 years, one year, something of that nature. That is not an issue for us. Anyway, when they were sent to the forest, they were there in the forest. when they were there in the forest, they were actually in the forest, you know how their life will be there. It is a miserable life for them, because they should not wear the costly dresses and all this Rajamakutas and all this is Rajalanchanas and all this is, though they were kings earlier. And they have to spend their life in forests in a disgraceful fashion. They were collecting fruits, nuts and all these things, and also they were actually hunting some animals, taking the animals as food. This type of activity they were doing in the forests. When they were doing like that, and on one occasion, this Duryodhana and other people, they assembled together and they thought how Pandavas will be there. They wanted to see the Pandavas in a disgraceful fashion. They wanted to again go there. They wanted to give them what is called, they want to go there. They want to show their riches there, and so that Pandavas will be humiliated further. This was the idea of Duryodhana. So he took the permission of Dhritarashtra, and with all his big army and all his brothers, 100 brothers, Karna, and also Shekuni, and also their wives and all those persons put together, they went to the forest. When they went to the forest, this is called Gosha Yatra Parvam in Mahabharata. Then there's a description is that it is a Gosha Yatra. Gosha Yatra means they will be making a lot of sound and they will be going to the forest. When they went to the forest, what happened is that Pandavas were there sitting on one place. They were doing that yajna, they were doing one small yajna, they were doing in the forest only, they were doing the yajna. They observed Kauravas coming from a long distance. Bhima got very worried. He was very angry. We are here, we are in a disgraceful fashion. We are taking this, what is called this fruits and all these things, and we are eating here. And these people have come here to show their riches. So he was very aggressive. But Dharmaraja consoled him, don't be like that. Be, but the Rakshasa, be calm, like that he was telling. Don't do like that. Be calm. You should not do like that. He was telling like that. When he was telling like that, Bhima, okay, he was actually, whenever the Dharmaraja tells something, he used to listen to it. And he kept quiet. And Duryodhana and all other persons came there, very near to their place. What they did know, they actually, Kaurav Pandavas are sitting in one place. They were doing a small tent. Tent was there for them. In the tent they were there, and they were doing a small yajna in front of the tent, and very nearer to that proximity. In the only what they did know, they actually put up the big tents and all these things, and there all those persons came there. Big hangama took place. Like our DJ will be there nowadays. DJ will be happening in colleges and all these things. Like that, lot of music, sound, and all these things. They dances and all these things. They started celebrating their richness in the presence of Pandavas only. Pandavas could see from the long distance what is happening there. Lot of noise is there, lot of disturbance is there. And one more thing is that the Duryodhana and all these persons came there to just to humiliate these persons. This was the condition. Pandavas kept quiet because it is their situation was like that, because they are no more kings there. They are not kings. They are not supposed to go and fight with the Duryodhana. Duryodhana is the king. So they have to abide by the rules and regulations of their kingdom. If Duryodhana orders something, they have to listen. That is the thing. That is why they are there. They are actually, they have become the slaves of Kauravas. So what they do, they were there. In that situation, what happened is that by evening it went on, and then maybe around 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock, whatever it may be, in the afternoon, maybe after afternoon, the entire thing took place. After that, Kauravas wanted to have some water. So Duryodhana ordered, go nearby, any water is there, get it water, like that. Some soldiers went there nearby and they found a pond nearby, big pond. Pond was there. In the pond, they wanted to fetch the water. When they wanted to fetch the water, suddenly there a big noise came from that side. Chitraratha, one Gandharva, was there inside, and he was telling very loudly, you are not supposed to touch the water here. That was the thing. Then Duryodhana thought, the soldiers thought, this is our area only. This is our kingdom. We can take water from here. But Chitraratha objected. No, this pond is mine. You are not supposed to touch it. Then they thought, they told, we will fight with you. Then they can't fight with Gandharva. Chitraratha is a Gandharva. Then they came there, and they told Duryodhana. Duryodhana ordered, okay, then we will go. Some soldiers he sent. The soldiers were easily defeated. Then he sent some other warriors. Dushasana he sent. Dushasana was defeated in no time. Then Karna told, I will go and defeat those persons. He went there. When he went there, actually what happened is that Chitraratha Chitraratha was having some Maya power. He was having some what is called some magical weapons. He was having with that magical weapons. He immediately defeated the Karna. Karna actually he was roughed up. His chariot was broken down, and then Karna went running to distant place to avoid to save his life. That was the situation. Then people came running to Duryodhana and told the Karna was defeated. He ran from a long distance. He is not to be seen at all in the war field. Then Duryodhana himself came there. He fought with Chitraratha. Chitraratha, what happened? Chitraratha immediately he caught hold of Duryodhana, tied him to the chariot, and he wanted to take him to his place. Gandharva Loka he wanted to take. He was dragging, Duryodhana was being dragged in the chariot. The chariot was there, he was tied to the chariot. In the films, we will be saying, no, somebody was tied to the jeep car, something like that. The car will be going, this man will be scrolling over that entire land. Like that, Duryodhana was going like that. So, what happened at the time? All the wives of Duryodhana, all the wives of Karna, all those persons came running to the Dharmaraja. Maharaja, please help us, like that. Oh, that was a piteous condition, very pitiful condition. The Duryodhana, what to do? He doesn't know what to do because Dharmaraja is arch rival. How can he go and beg with him? But life has to be saved. Then he was proclaiming like anything, oh Dharmaraja, you please, I am surrendering to you. Please help me, like that. Duryodhana was crying like anything. He was actually weeping. That was the situation. Bhima felt very glad. Whatever we wanted to do, this Gandharvas have done it. Very nice, very nice. Like that he commented. Then Dharmaraja warned him, don't know, you don't do like that. He is after all our brother. What brother? What is his brother? He has taken away our kingdom. He has dragged our wife to the court and he has tried to disrobe the Draupadi. And this person you are telling that he is our brother. What is this like that? Bhima was shouting. No, you are not supposed to shout like that. You go there. What you are supposed to do is that you have to help him. You have to help him. You have to fight with Chitraratha if possible and release Duryodhana and bring him here like that. That was the order given by Dharmaraja. So what to do? Then Bhima, he was telling, no, I don't go like that. Then Dharmaraja, what he can do? Because Bhima is refusing to go because Bhima was having so much of anger against Duryodhana and other Kauravas. That was the situation. And then Dharmaraja told, no, this is my order. You have to go because now otherwise I would have gone there. Now what is happening is that I am Yajna Diksha. Yajna, earlier days, now whenever a person is sitting for Yajna, he is not supposed to get up and go to any other place until the Yajna is completed. That was a condition. Even now, previous years, maybe a few decades back, the rules are like that because if anybody is eating food, somebody comes and try to disturb, they will not go away because Annam Parabrahma Swarupam. The Bhojanam is more important. Bhojanam is more important means Bhojanam is important, other persons are not important. It's not like that. Because it is a food given by Brahmadeva, it is a food given by the God that we have to eat because we have to respect that Annam. We are not supposed to go, we are not supposed to leave the food like that and go away some other place. Nowadays, what is happening? If any telephone calls comes, we will pick up the telephone call, eats with some hand, some other hand will be holding the phone. All these things are not permitted in Dharma. What is more important is that we have to respect it. The person we have to respect subsequently, no problem. You have to respect other person also. But here, you are supposed to respect the Annam also. Here, the same thing in the Yajnas also. When Yajna is going on, the person who is conducting the Yajna is not supposed to go to some other place, leaving the Yajna like that. Dharmaraja told, otherwise I would have gone. Now I can't go from here, but you have to go there. The thing is that there are two things are important here. One is that he is crying. Duryodhana is crying. When he is crying, the Kshatriya's duty, because the Dharmaraja, Pandavas and all these warrior race of people, they are supposed to protect those persons. We are supposed to protect the person. If anybody for that matter, even if he is an enemy, if he is going to come and tell that it is actually, I am in trouble, please help me like that, then Sharanagata Vatsalata, that is very, very important, key word, Sharanagata Vatsalata. Sharanagata Vatsalata dictates that we are supposed to go there and help them and free them from the difficulty. That is a ideal of a Kshatriya. That is one thing. Second thing is that the second issue that is involved here is that Vamsha Pratishtha is more important. Duryodhana, after all, who is he? He belongs to Kuru Vamsha. We belong to Kuru Vamsha. We are brothers. Today, somebody has come, some outsider has come, and he wanted to pick this person and going away. And what will happen if we don't protect him? Future generations of the people will be feeling that, telling that Duryodhana is Kuru Vamsha person, Kuru. What is Kuru Vamsha? What greatness is there in Kuru Vamsha? The person has been dragged away by Gandharva. Like that, some people will be telling, if we don't protect him, Vamsha Pratishta is more important. Vamsha Pratishta is one thing. Second thing is that Saranagata Vasalta is second important thing. These two things we are supposed to play. This is Dharma. So even if he is my enemy, thing is that we have to go there and protect him. And one more thing I am telling you, the very, very important thing in Mahabharata, the essence of Mahabharata, it will be giving out. Thing is that what they will be telling, he will be telling is that when outsider comes and try to dictate terms against any one of us, or any outsider comes and wanted to kill some person inside our family, then we are 105 people. Not 5 people, because 100 Kauravas and 5 Pandavas put together, we are 105 brothers. That is ideal. Suppose if nobody is there, cousins fighting among themselves for the sake of some kingdom or some property and all this is a common issue anywhere. So then in the normal times, they are 100 and we are 5. We can fight among ourselves. In between, there can be a fight between Pandavas and Kauravas. But when the outsider comes and try to kill any one of the persons, out of 105 persons, we are 105 persons, not one person, not 5 persons and 100 persons. The 5 persons and 100 persons will be coming into the picture only in normal times. But if any aggressor, invader is coming and try to do punish us, then thing is that we are actually not, we are 105 persons and not 100 persons or 5 persons. This is my pronouncement. This is what Dharma I am telling like that. See how valid arguments he is telling. Then what Bhima can do? Then Arjuna comes into the picture. He tells Bhima, yes, what Dharmaraja is telling is correct, because Vamsha Pratishta is there, Saranagata Vatsalata is there. We are supposed to protect even if he is an enemy, because he is crying. He is crying for what is called his life. He is crying for hell life. So let us go help him. Let us see. Like that, he also requests this Bhimasena. Bhimasena agreed for that. And subsequently, both Bhima and Arjuna, they took out a chariot, and of the Kauravas chariot, only one of the chariots they took, and they tried to chase Chitraratha. When Chitraratha was going in a long distance, but Arjuna was having a lot of weapons in his armory. He aims an arrow, and the arrow went there and he struck before the Chitraratha's chariot. The Chitraratha turned back. The Ratham could not go, the chariot could not go further. Then he stopped there. By the time Pandavas reached there, and then Pandavas, Arjuna and Bhima request Chitraratha, why do you do like this? Please relieve him. This is the order of Dharmaraja. Dharmaraja is ordering that you should relieve. Then Chitraratha was telling Bhima, Arjuna, you don't know. One subtle thing I am telling, we know that these persons have come to the forest just to humiliate you. Please understand it, because they have not come for any other purpose. They have not come for the purpose of hunting. They have come for the purpose of insulting you. They have come here to humiliate you. Please allow, because we are the servants of Gandharvas, are the servants of Indra. Devendra has told us that these persons have come to insult Pandavas. Give them teach them a lesson like that. We have come here. We fought with Duryodhana. We defeated him. We will take them. We will take him. Don't interfere in our affairs like that. But Bhima tells no. At that time he tells no, it is not like that. He is my brother. When my brother is in difficulty, it is my duty to support him. Any war is there between me and Duryodhana? Okay, we will fight. We will fight it out. That is a different issue. But here, thing is that I don't allow any other person to kill Duryodhana. This is my what is called steadfast belief, like that. He told. Then Chitraratha told, then fight with me. Then therefore big fighting took place. Big war took place. In the war, what happened is that Chitraratha tried to do all these magic weapons and all these things, but Arjuna easily defeated him. And then Chitraratha actually surrendered to the Pandavas. Then Arjuna ordered, you release this person. You give him to the Dharmaraja. We will take him to the Dharmaraja. Let him decide like that. Then Chitraratha, what happened is that he took the same chariot, and the Duryodhana was being dragged in the same fashion. They came to the place, and then Duryodhana told Bhimasena, go there, relieve him. Like that, Chitraratha came, surrendered, and again he was telling to Dharmaraja, please don't interfere in our affairs. I have defeated him. I will take him like that. When the Dharmaraja told it is not like that. It is our Vamsa Pratishtha and also Sharanagata Vatsalta. Both are involved. I am not going to leave him. I don't know. I don't want to leave him like that. I will protect him. That was the condition. So then what happened is that Bhima went there and with a he raved that tight knot was removed by Bhimasena and Duryodhana was freed. Duryodhana bent his head like anything. He'd look around. Karna was not to be seen. He was not there. Shakuni alone was there nearby, and other people were there nearby. And then he bent his head, touched the feet of Dharmaraja, and told, I am at your mercy. Please do whatever you want to do like that. Dharmaraja told, no, my dear brother, don't do like this here afterwards. All the time, fate will not be with us. Fate will be deciding, fate will be in different fashion and different times. All the time, you can't win. At that time, you defeated us in a deceitful fashion. You defeated us in the game of dice. But in the war, you could not do it. The persons who were defeated, all of you are defeated by Chitraratha. But our Arjuna and Bhima defeated that person who defeated all of you. So anyway, this is the lesson for you. Please don't do like this. Go to your place. Happily you can enjoy the kingdom. Undo kingdom. You can be the Maharaja and be there like that. I am just leaving you like that. Duryodhana bent his head and left the place. This is one of the great episodes that we come across in what is called Vanaparvam of Mahabharata. This is what is the message there here. That is more important here for us, because here the message is very profound and clear for the future generations of India. Because Mahabharata, if at all it is internalized by our Indian kings, maybe Indian people, Mahabharata, everybody reads Mahabharata. The thing is that my idea is that no person reads Mahabharata. They just see some film, come back, and they don't understand the intricacies of the subject matter. Because the cinema and all these things, they don't discuss all these things. They don't discuss the dharma and all these things. Thing is that they will show some film and try to collect some money and go away like that. That is not the way of reading Mahabharata. The way of reading Mahabharata is go to Mula Mahabharata, that is written by Veda Vyasa. Read the book and you will find profound insights. What is the insights? What is the insight here? The insight is that if at all anybody is going to come and try to conquer India, let us be united. If we are united, what will happen? No invader can dare enough to come into India. That is the idea here. So what happened to India in future course of time? Maybe the war took place. People believe that it is 3001 or 2 BC it took place. Maybe in another 2000 years now went on. Maybe put together it is 5000 years back the entire story took place. And that was recorded down by Veda Vyasa. And here he is giving a message to us that whenever any outsider is going to come and do some harm to any one person, then what is more important is that we should be united. You should be united, even if there are some frictions among ourselves. That was the idea. But what happened to India? India was being invaded by so many persons. Huns came, Kushans came, then subsequently some barbarian people came there. Then this other people, Arabs came to India, and also then Khiljis came. Then other persons, Sayyans came. Then Mughals came. Then Britishers came. Like, what is this? What is happening to India? India people are coming like that. People are coming like that, and they are invading here. And people, you believe it or not, in history, real history books, if you begin to read, not that book which is prescribed by government of India, maybe written down some few years back. Even now also that could not be changed, because people will be protesting. If history books are being changed, people will be protesting. You are saffronizing something of that nature. It's not like that. What is the real history? If you go to the real history and begin to read the chronicles, because real things that had happened some time back, if you begin to dig out all those things, we come to know that when the outsiders are coming and invading our country, our own people actually, because we will be having some difficulties, some people, some king may be cruel person. If the English people are coming and occupying his place, and they were giving punishment to the king, our people were standing this side and that side, and they will be clapping that English people. That was what happened in India, and what is happening now, at least. Even now also same thing is happening. You believe it or not, If we tell anything, real history is being written down, what is happening is that people are protesting. There are intellectuals that again, intellectuals belonging to Bharat, country that is called Bharat. They go there and protest. Yeah, what you are doing is nonsense. All these things are there. So what is happening here is that even now also those type of people are there. Have we internalized Mahabharata? This is the question I am giving you. Have we internalized Mahabharata? Had we internalized Mahabharata, the earlier so many invasions could not have taken place, because when Babur came to India, he was not at all knowing about India and all this is. He read the Mughal history. At that time, some of the persons from here only went there, and also one Sikh king and also one more person, Sikh community person or some other person went there, and they invited Babur, please come here and defeat some person, something of that nature. When other persons came also, all the time this is the same thing was happening. Some persons will go there, help him. Alexander came. What happened here? There is a fight between Prithviraj Chauhan and also his uncle, what is called Jayachandra. A fight is there, and one person went there and asked Alexander, please come here and occupy our country, something of that nature. Easily he can come and easily he can occupy. So what is happening here is that because there is internal enmity is there, internal rivalry is there, the rivalry is there, that is there, we can fight it out. But other person is coming there, we have to fight unitedly. That unitedness is not there in our blood. Even though that is there in Dharmaraja has exhibited this, what is called great message, he has given to great message to all people, but the message was not internalized by all the people. Even now also we fight among ourselves in the presence of other person. Some of our leaders go to some other foreign countries and criticize our country. That is also there. You will come across all these things in the newspapers. You come across, some people will go there. Some of the leader, one great leader of one party, he goes to some other country and there he criticizes India. He should not criticize, that is there. No, believe it or not, even if he doesn't like the present government, whatever it may be, you are not supposed to criticize this government. This government is representing one person is there, means the government is being elected with so many persons, so many countries, countless 150 crores of people have elected. In that way only you have to think. You are not supposed to criticize him in the foreign soil. You can criticize him here. Whatever you want to criticize, you can criticize, but don't go to the foreign soil and criticize our people here. What is happening in India? So this is a pathetic situation. This we have to understand. So because this is only the story I have told you, and now it is already 7:25. I have taken 7 to 30, almost 7:30. I have taken 30 minutes. 20 minutes I am supposed to take. Now I leave the entire thing for the discussions only for another 5 minutes or 10 minutes if time is there. Otherwise, it is up to the organizers to close or not to close. That is it.
ధన్యవాదములండి. Thank you so much for the webinar today and the lessons learned from the webinar today. Now, anybody, the floor is open and you are all unmuted. You can ask anybody, you can, unmute yourself and ask any question or any doubt. Anybody. I think there are a lot of students today. Anybody?
32 people are there. 32 means even if the organizers are not counted, some roughly some 25 plus people are there. Yesterday there were very few, and day before yesterday also very few. Today a good number of people are there. You can ask some questions if you want.
Yes, Aditi.
I don't have a question, but then I am sorry. I wanted to say I logged out in the middle because of something, but I heard the last part, and it is sad that even in history our own people were betraying us. So we should at least us in this group should work towards changing that. We should not criticize the ones who are working for us, and we should also do something to help them.
Yes.
We are all students, so we should do something to help our country.
Yes.
The future.
So here what I would like to tell is that you can criticize the government, no problem. You can criticize the government.
No,
Criticize the government is
we
going.
shouldn't go out of the
You
country
go
and
out.
criticize.
That you should not do. When you go out of the country, you are not supposed to criticize our own people, because these people are our own people only. No, we are not supposed to do like that. But here, that is what is happening outside. No, so that is what we have to cultivate among ourselves. Even the school also same thing. You belong to Sindhi school or whatever it may be. The thing is that when you are going outside from the school, you are not supposed to criticize your own school. No, your organization, your school, that is greatness. That is what is giving you education. You are not supposed to criticize that school as long as you are there. And similarly, in organizations also same thing. If you are an employee of an organization, you are not supposed to criticize your own organization, because you can go out, you can resign from the organization and you can criticize, nothing wrong. But as long as you are there in the organization and taking the salary of the organization, you are not supposed to criticize your organization. These are some dharmic principles that we have inherited from our Mahabharata times, from Mahabharata times. That is there. Excellent. What you have told is exactly correct.
Okay, anybody else? Anybody else?
No question is there, because it is Mahabharata is a vast subject. So many ideas will be there, so many things will be there.
Tomorrow also we are going to have, okay, Anup Kant.
Sir, I joined a bit late, so I wanted to. I listened the entire sequence. Sir, it happened. This thing happened during their 14 years of Vanaparva. I mean,
Yes, first 2 years of their Vanavasa.
Vanava.
First 2 years of their Vanavasa only it took place.
Why I asked is because there was a condition that should not be traced, otherwise it will repeat for another 14
That is
years.
the 13th year. 13th year they are not supposed to be seen. Another 12 years they are open only. They'll be moving in the forest only. Can be seen by any person for them.
Okay, right.
12 plus 1. That is the idea. 1 year they are not supposed to be seen. Incognito, what we can call.
Okay.
1 year. Last 1 year.
Last one.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, anybody else? It is tomorrow also we have Mahabharatam by Guruji. So you can also ask tomorrow. You can keep your questions today and also go through the videos which are posted in the group yesterday and day before, and today also I'm going to post it. So you please go through the videos, and also you can, if any questions are there, you may ask the questions tomorrow also.
Guruji, one question. Why didn't they use this time for negotiating all these chances when they got, like when they helped out of the way and all? Why didn't they use it for negotiating some benefits during their Vanavasa time?
Means
They were living in the jungle and they were living with difficulties. So they did out it. It is a duty as a brother to help him, but they could have also used this time for negotiating some benefits for themselves. No, they never used difficulty of others to negotiate benefits for themselves. Like,
because when other person is in difficulty and then we are going and bargaining, it is not chivalry, no. It is actually, it is not the part of the great Kshatriya, because when you are in difficulty at the time, I will be coming there and I will be asking you some concessions and all these things. It's not like that. Pandavas could have defeated Kauravas easily, no, not required to have any negotiations also, because they went out in order to, what is called, they wanted to go by dharma. Because in when the game of dice took place, the challenge was that whoever gets defeated, the contention was that whoever is going to defeated, that they have to go to forest. They have come like that. Now again asking, bargaining is not their cup. They did not ask. They could have easily defeated Kauravas even at that point of time also, but they did not want to do it because they wanted to go by Dharma Pasha, because Dharma Pasha Baddha, like that they will be calling. They will be bound, they are bound by the rope of Dharma. So what is happening is that is why they don't want to bargain. That is the idea here. Like India,
then actually, the Kauravas are much more meaner than just putting conditions to them. They were like, actually, if you look at it, it makes them look worse and worse in the eyes of Dharma, the Kauravas.
Naturally, because Kauravas, they actually drag a woman to the court. They wanted to disrobe her in the presence of so many people. That was the greatest thing, the greatest wrong thing they have done into the Pandavas. And also, Shakuni was having the deceitful way he defeated Dharmaraja. That also everybody knows it. But still, Dharmaraja agreed for it because his condition was like that. The condition was that whoever gets defeated, he has to go to forest. So in that way, they went to the forest. Even in between also, you believe it or not, in Vanaparva, we come across a lot of places, a lot of references we come across, wherein people, the Pandavas will be sitting, they will be discussing, this is our fate like that. And again, Draupadi and also Bhimasena will be coming and arguing with Dharmaraja. No, it is not like this. We are not supposed to spend time like this. We have to go there, fight with the Kauravas, get our what is called kingdom like that. But the Dharmaraja was always telling, no, it's not like that. We are not supposed to go now. 13 years we have to spend, then only we have to go. Because we are bound by some what is called rule and regulation. The rule and regulation we are not supposed to break. If we break that, what will happen? The future generations of the people will be telling that Pandavas actually went in the wrong way. Because for the sake of the kingdom, they actually are not abided by the rule of the game. People will be telling we are not supposed to do like that. He will again and again he suppress their anger until that we are not supposed to go. That is what happening. That is why he can't go and ask Duryodhana for some bargaining. Why don't we do some negotiations and all this? He doesn't want to do it. Because even if Duryodhana wants to give the kingdom also, he doesn't want to take it. To that extent, it was there. 12 plus 1 years they have to spend. Because the rules of the game was like that. Then only they have to go and claim it. If then it is not given, then the fighting, negotiations and all these things at the time only, not now. That is the idea here. Dharma.
Okay.
Dharma Pashabadda.
Okay, but Guruji, is it not actually wrong for the king to actually bet his own country like that? Isn't it there a duty to the people to continue to rule the people? Because he is not just bound by his family or his brothers. He is the like Rama, he sent his wife to the jungle because he did not want to disrespect the views of any of his people, and future in history it should never be known that his child is not the rightful king. That's why Rama did it. Same thing applies to Dharmaraja. He should never actually have bet his country. He could have bet himself, his family, but never his he abdicated the throne, which is he had a duty towards his praja also, right? So
what you are telling is correct only. Thing is that for this there is some background is there. The background, one more story is there. The one more story means again it takes a lot of time. If we organizers permit me to take another 5-10 minutes, means I will tell
Please,
in a
sir.
brief fashion. Thing
Please.
is that Dharmaraja, when he was at the peak position of power, at that time he conducted Rajasuya Yaga. Rajasuya Yaga, everybody must be knowing that Rajasuya Yaga, he sent his four brothers to four different directions. All persons went to different directions. They brought a lot and lot of wealth. You believe it or not, Mahabharata discussion is that Arjuna went up to China, north. And Bhimasena, he went up to what is called this eastern Iran, Iraq, like that. That up to particular that place he went there. And Nakula went up to what is called Burma and to beyond that, Maldives and all those places. And Sahadeva went up to Ceylon. Ceylon means he went up to the tip of that southern India, and he sent some messenger to Vibhishana stating that either you have to surrender or you have to pay tribute to Dharmaraja. Then the Vibhishana was still there because that was the description is there in Mahabharata. Then Vibhishana says, okay, Dharmaraja is a great king, a dharmic king, I know. Why should I fight with him? No, he sends a lot of tribute. He also sends. In that way, they collected a lot of money and all this. They were having a lot of riches. When the riches were there, what happened is that they conducted Rajasuya Yaga. When Rajasuya Yaga conducted, Krishna, Arjuna, this Dharmaraja, rule of the Rajasuya Yaga is that at the time one great person has to be given lot of respect. He has to be given Argyam. Argyam means that one great person has to be selected, identified, and for that person Argyam has to be given by the king. That was one of the ordeals of that ritual. So he asked Bhishma, whom should I give? Who is the greatest person upon the earth? Like that. Bhishma tells him, no need to discuss and all these things. Krishna is the greatest person. So immediately Krishna was brought there, and Krishna he wanted to give the Argyam. When the Krishna he wanted to give the Argyam, Shishupala comes there and he says, no, he is not a great person. He is not even a guru. He is not even a great person. He is actually a cowherd person. He is actually he is worth for taking care of the cows only. He can't be a great person. Like that, he tried to argue. And there was big story against Shishupala also. Maybe cinemas you must have seen. Thing is that Shishupala at the time he actually committed 100 mistakes. Until he committed 100 mistakes, Krishna will not do anything. Once he completed that 100 mistakes, Krishna kills him. That one more story is that the big story, the episode is big story is there in Mahabharata. When that is done, what happens is that Shishupala Vada took place in the very court of Dharmaraja. Rajasuya Yaga was taking place in the very court of Dharmaraja when Krishna he wanted to give the argyam. At that particular point of time, Shishupala Vada took place. It was such a horrible, no? Because the lady was dragged to the court and tried to disturb the that woman modest. In the same fashion, one great king was being killed in the very presence of so many other kings. Krishna killed him at that particular point of time. Thing is that Dharmaraj actually trembled at that point of time. In my court, all these things happened. He was very much worried. Then what happened is that Rajasuya took place, entire thing with the way dispersed. A lot of big stories there that I am not discussing because your point only I am telling. Then what happened is that then Dharmaraja came back. All kings left to their places. Vedavyasa was also there in the court at the time. Then he was also leaving to his place at the time. Dharmaraja accompanied him alone. He well accompanied him and then he asked Vedavyasa one thing. Mahanubhava, I want to ask you one question. The question is that Shishupala Vada took place. It was actually heartening. I was trembled like anything. Is this Shishupala Vada is the end of all difficulties for me? Because I am actually very much worried because one great king was killed in my own in court in the presence of so many kingdoms that everything is over, we will be safe here onwards. Will there be any repercussions? This type of questions he asked with Vedavyasa. Vedavyasa laughed at him and tells Maharaja, I will be telling one thing. There will be a great war and another 13 years. That you are going to become the central point for it. You are the cause for that issue. Like the titles, you are going to be the cause for the entire war, and all Kshatriyas in the entire world will be defeated at that time. Many persons will be killed, and you are responsible. You will become the responsible for that. Like the titles. Then Dharmaraja was almost weeping. I am not supposed to become the center of that entire bad things. So I should not do like that. Then what he should do then? Because he knows that he's only he was not having any enemy, but people who are treating him as enemy was only Duryodhana and other persons. So then he comes there and tells Arjuna, Bhima and all these persons, this is what Vedavyasa has told me. Now we have to do something. Thing is that here afterwards, I am going to take an oath. The great oath is that from now onwards, for another 13 years, what I am going to do is that whatever my cousins are going to tell me, I will just follow it. I don't apply my mind. When will the fight comes? Dharmaraja, when he is going to become the center of that entire, what is called Holocaust, only when he is not listening to the cousins or when he is going to fight with them. I don't fight with those persons, number one. Another 13 years. And then one more thing is that whatever they tell, I will just listen. This is the thing he tells. He takes an oath at that particular point in time. Then he tells Bhima and Arjuna, you have to, this is my oath, you have to help me in following this oath. Suppose Duryodhana is asking me to do something. Yes, I will do it. If I say no, then only the friction will be coming. Otherwise, friction will not come. Then what will happen? In the end of the 13 years, people will blame Duryodhana, not me. What is more important for me is not the kingdom here. I am more worried about the Paraloka, what is called in other loka, when I go there. There I want to be peaceful. Here, even if I suffer, it's no problem. This oath he has taken. When the oath has taken, what happened is that they were like that. Another after few days only, what happens is that Duryodhana sends a messenger stating that you have to come to the court of the Duryodhana and play dice like that. Then what he has to do? Whatever they are telling, he has to listen. If he says no, what will happen? Maybe some fight may be there. What it will be there? Then maybe what repercussions will be there? All those things are not immaterial. Dharmaraja has taken a oath. The oath is that whatever they tell, I will follow. One more thing is that the order comes from Dhritarashtra, not from Duryodhana. Dhritarashtra orders. He is our father-like thing, father's brother only. He is a father only. The father is commanding, then I should go. In that fashion, the Dharmaraja and all other Pandavas, they go there. And invitation was also is such that you have to bring your wife also to the court. Bring your family, entire family. So what happened? He brings his family. Otherwise, they 5 people could have gone there. Or the Dharmaraja alone could have gone there and played the game of dice. But why he took the Draupadi there? Because the order was like that. He took all the persons. When they went there, then they started whom I should play. Then they were telling Shakuni will play. Then Dharmaraja tells it is not Dharma. Then they were telling no, it is not like that. He will play and you have to play that side. Then because he listened, because he has taken a oath that he will not, what is called, he will not say no to whatever they are telling. He just listened. Then sat for the thing. And he knows that he will be defeated by Shakuni. That also he knows. Thing is that Shakuni was putting the place and you believe it or not, the entire the game of dice, the dice never came to the hand of Dharmaraja. Shakuni was holding the dice and he was putting a bet. My bet is like this, what is your bet? Dharmaraja tells one bet, this is my bet, maybe part of my kingdom. Then he says, yes, something from Duryodhana side. Then Shakuni plays the dice, throws the dice, and then he will be winning. He says, I have won. Then he is defeated. Then again, Shakuni only takes the dice, put the dice, and then he will be playing. So the batting was never given to the Dharmaraja. It took place at around 40 times. It took place. All the 40 times, Shakuni was throwing the dice, and then he was winning each and every time. The Dharmaraja knows that it is going to happen like that only. So then ultimately what he tells, then he did, put his brothers and all those persons, he put himself like that, the kingdom was lost because he has taken the oath. Then he tells, when he has put his your wife, by the time he is already a slave. Slave has no individual opinion. And one more thing is that he has taken a oath that whatever they tell, they will follow. Then he put her also. But why nobody will put his wife to in the game of dice? Why he has put it? Dharmaraja knows the dharma. That is why only he has put it. Otherwise, he would not have told. He would have told, no, I will not put it. Here he has taken a oath, one thing. Second thing is that by the time he is already a slave, that entire issue is a big subject matter for dharmic discussion. The discussion about that game of dice is a lot of discussion is there in dharmic discussion is there. This is the reason why he legend, he put everything for the sake of that country. That nobody knows the story. Nobody will be reading Mahabharata. I challenge this particular story. Majority of the person don't know. This is there again in one of the parvas of Mahabharata. It is there. That is called Adiparvam Sabhaparvam. It is there. Sabhaparvam, at the end of Sabhaparvam, this story is there. The story is not read by any person because people will be mistaking that Maharaja is actually a addict for the Judam, addict for the game of dice, and he went there. He is a bad person. No, he's not like that. There is some background is there. The background we have to understand it. I hope I have told your, I have answered your question. If you still any,
Dhanyawad, Guruji.
you can ask. Yes,
Dhanyawad.
thank you.
Okay. Okay, thank you so much. Now we'll go for Prarthana. Aditi, are you there?
I would like to comment on this, Nagaraja Garu.
So please tell me, sir.
I would like to tell the audience, first have the faith that Dharmaraja is the abode of Dharma. Just like Rama is abode of Dharma, Dharmaraja is abode of Dharma in Mahabharata. The moment we see with our own logics, we do mistakes in finding out Dharma. So unless you understand the character of Dharma and the character of the Mahabharata background thoroughly, you cannot entertain any comment on Dharmaraja. The comments that are entertained, if entertained on Dharmaraja, we are doing injustice to our Sanatana Dharma itself. So first have a faith what Dharmaraja is do correct. He is the Dharmaraja. He is son of Dharma. Sashak is son of Dharmaraja. Dharmaraja. So he is abode of Dharma in Dwapara Yuga. Just like Rama is abode of Dharma in Treta Yuga, Dharmaraja is abode of Dharma in Dwapara Yuga. That's why Krishna is besides him. The Bhagavan, why besides Pandavas? Because they are protecting Dharma. So a doubting on the actions of Pandavas is doubting our own dharma. Please, Saugandhiji, never entertain anybody discussing with you on these points and denigrating our dharma.
Yes, Guruji. I wanted to know, that's why I asked.
Never have that doubt at all. Dharmaraja
Okay.
is right. There may be so many reasons. One reason he has told. One
Yes,
reason Guru Nagaraja has told the story of Vyasa with Dharmaraja. But there are
yes,
so many reasons for Dharmaraja to act like that. There are so many stories behind it. Not one.
yes,
Unless you thoroughly understand Mahabharata, each section by section, you cannot justify the actions of Dharmaraja.
yes, Guruji.
So never, please, all members, I request, have faith on our scriptures, and Dharmaraja is the rightest person in Dwapara Yuga. Nobody other than him. That's why Bhagavan Sri Krishna also respects him. That's what I want to convey to the all members. Dhanyawad.
Okay, thank you so much. Now,
Guruji, I will say Prarthana.
yeah, please.
ॐ सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ स्वस्ति
Dhanyawadaha, Saugandhiji.
धन्यवाद गुरु।
Now, let us recite Janagana Mana. I request all of you to stand up and recite along with me, but mute your mics. जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल वंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे जय हिंद। Thank you all participants for your active participation.